Hello everybody, it's Trickster24 and welcome to the channel. My name is Trickster24 and I'm joined here with Deathbringerzen. Welcome, Death.
How's it going?
Good. Today we're going to be talking about, or actually reviewing, the upcoming UGX mod from, of course, UGX. People behind it are Treminaor and Seija, I think it is. I can't pronounce his name quite well. But we got permission from Treminaor to show you guys some videos, and we're actually going to review quite a bit. So this is going to be a lengthy video for you, and it might be split down into parts, and I really do hope that you enjoy. Now, you may be new to this. UGX is actually a mod for World at War Zombies, which is actually custom zombies. If you're new to custom zombies, I'm going to let Death give a little bit of an explanation of what Death... Go ahead and explain what custom zombies is and how they work it out.
Well, anyone who's familiar with PC gaming and first-person shooter PC gaming will know that most games usually that are multiplayer based can usually be modded and people can make custom maps for them. So it's been going on for a long time, you know, like way back since Doom and stuff. So World at War on the PC came with modification tools, and that allowed people to make maps for it, multiplayer maps or zombie maps, you know, whichever they preferred. It's the only zombie game out that has mod tools for it. So unfortunately it's the only one that you can get it for. There's none for Black Ops or Black Ops 2. But anyway, so UGX is a website created by Treminaor, and he has other team members there. There's like Sage1 and like No Friendo and stuff. These guys are behind what is the UGX mod, and what the UGX mod is mappers can go on to World at War and create a map, but all they can create is the map based around what is available within World at War. They can make custom textures if they want, but the weapon sets and the perk sets will always be stock perks, which will be Juggernaut, Speed Cola, Quick Revive, and Double Tap, and Pack Punch. Most people make maps on the Reese model now, so they can get all the features. But yeah, basically when you make a map, it's called a stock map, and UGX is a mod that you then apply to that map to replace any of the features you want or add additional features. UGX mod allows you to take out all the World at War weapons, which are all like overused and boring, and lets you replace it with Black Ops or Black Ops 2 or completely brand new custom weapons. The current UGX mod that's out just now does have like plenty of new weapons, plenty of new wonder weapons, but it's not a complete mod, and as such that most of the wonder weapon skins or pack punch skins will say that, you know, these are only temporary skins at the moment and will be replaced once the full mod comes out. So UGX mod is a mod that goes over a map once a mapper is finished making the map, that allows him to then add custom features with ease. I mean, some mappers can add custom features anyway, but UGX mod is like a smoother way of doing it.
Yeah, now, if you're new to the custom zombies and you want to learn how to get into it, up here in the upper right-hand corner, I have a link to a video that I did on how to do a detailed breakdown of how to install custom zombies, how to get started, and honestly, it's actually free. All you got to do is get yourself a copy of actually World at War, and then you go to this website and you just download the maps, because it's already got mod tools built in within the game itself, so it's really easy to get started with custom zombies. And like I said, I have the video up in the upper right hand corner. Now, how this mod will actually make an impact on the custom scene is another thing. It is really they're implementing new stuff that we've really liked from the previous Black Ops, and also bringing in some really cool new features that we're going to discuss. How big of an impact do you think, Death, that this will make compared to the last mod update or mod tool that they put out?
Well, I mean, for anyone who plays custom zombies, they obviously have to be like really keen on this mod arriving, because for a start, it's going to have, like, there's features within the mod that are getting ported over from, say, like Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 that most people really enjoyed, but the biggest problem with, I mean, there's a lot of negativity within the custom scene, And a lot of people say, you know, I would rather see new things than old things return. That's it's such a silly opinion because, for example, some people like the scavenger, and you can only get it in Call of Dead, but some people don't like Call of Dead. So it's naive to say that, you know, you wouldn't want to see this weapon that you really enjoy being in another map. You know, and a lot of people that play custom zombies are dedicated to the scene, and we've seen ports of the weapon before, but they've been considerably quite poor, and it's like it's no good unless you get the real feel of it. And the UGX mod 1.1 is bringing these things in. Some of them are you know, identical models. Some
Yeah.
are like they're new models made up by like Sage and stuff, and they just look amazing. I mean, it's going to
They
actually
they
be that
definitely
you'll be
spend a
playing
lot of
on some
time on
of these
creating them.
maps, and it's going to feel like you're holding the real weapon in your hand. It's just, it looks amazing. The Mark II, the model is it's the larger model compared to current models used in some of the custom maps out just now. I mean, it looks absolutely perfect.
And
The Hell's Redeemer and stuff, the Hell's Redeemer and Hell's Retriever, the Gerst device, it's like it's if people aren't eagerly anticipating this mod, then you know they're like stuck in their ways and they're not going to change. It doesn't matter, you know. It's like the mod is just probably the most amazing thing to happen to this scene. If we're not going to get the mod tools to make maps for Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 2, which we won't now, then this is the closest you're going to get. And
yeah,
it's like
basically, like this is just
it's
gonna be a big
fantastic.
in
It just looks, everything in it looks amazing. I mean, there's a couple of things like obviously I'm not too fussed about, but just to see them, you know, it looks amazing.
it
I mean,
makes it
these guys
awesome.
are doing this for free as well. It's just like people have to show a bit more respect.
And
You
that's
know,
that's where it comes to another point. You also got to make sure I'm right here actually on the UGX site itself. You can actually help these guys out by making a donation. They don't ask for much, they just ask for a little. And they actually put your name right here showing, hey, look, you donated this much money. You donated this, this, and this. Every little dime helps these guys because they do it for free. Now, keep in mind, these mappers spend like months, years working on these maps just to please the zombie community. There's always new maps coming out, and that's what makes custom zombies so much fun, because it's like you don't ever have to worry about somebody not making a new map when there's plenty in development. And actually there's a couple of big maps that are coming out that are waiting for this release of this new mod that's coming out. I'll talk about a release date later in the review here that we're going to be doing here. So let's go ahead and get started first. And talk about what the mod is actually. It's called UGX mod version 1.1 Standalone, and what it features is we're going to start from breakdown, start to finish. So when you first boot it up, you're going to get a menu. We're going to talk about the menu, what's included in it. I'm also going to display some videos for you guys during it, and we'll try to talk over them and let you guys know what's up in them as best as possible. Just getting that right now. Downloads. There we go. Alright, so here we go. And keep in mind, we do have permission to use these videos from Treminaor, from UGX.
Treminaor.
Yep, Treminaor, sorry. I apologize, buddy. I apologize. I'm sorry. So I'm going to get right to where I want to talk about here in this video, which is the menu itself. Right here you can see that we have a new menu setup compared to the last one, where it was just like you can choose your game settings, and it was really, what was it, like just gun game and sharpshooter, and just it was really not that many options. Now you have more options to enhance your gaming experience, including like you got your classic mode, you got your arcade mode, they're bringing back gun game, they're bringing back they're implementing some new modes called King of the Hill, Sharpshooter, Bounty Hunter, and a new mode called Chaos. Now they're also implementing these new things called Mutators, including Zombie Birthday Party, Peekaboo, Flickering Glimpse, and then there is a settings column over there, which I'll show here in a minute, where you can just make guns like a certain gun game, like meaning like what I mean by that is you can select a certain gun that you can play with during that game to make it a little bit more challenging. Like say you want shotguns only, you'll have only shotguns only for that game, which is pretty cool. So let's go ahead first off and break down one of the first modes that I think is interesting, new to the thing, and that's King of the Hill. So let me go ahead and pull that up for you guys right now, and I'll let Death explain a little bit about the King of the Hill.
Yeah, King of the Hill pretty much just looks like zombies meets Capture the Flag. I mean, it looks like it's a lot of fun because, like, I mean, I'm kind of a traditionalist in zombies, you know, that I do just tend to like just survival.
Yeah, I'm not too much of a
really,
fan
really,
of.
really did enjoy gun game on UGX. You know, it's by far my favourite mode, and surprisingly, I mean, there was a point I didn't like it because I don't really like gun game on multiplayer, and then I don't know, I played it a few times and just kind of got hooked on it. But Capture the Flag was one of my favourite multiplayer games
And
of
this
all
is
time, and it was on World at War when I played multiplayer on World at War. So I mean, I'm interested to see how it goes. I can imagine it'd be a lot more intense on zombies because you can't really stand still for too long on zombies. So I'm not sure how it'll work. It looks like it could be fun, but I mean, I'm seeing like revives already all over the screen, and then you think to yourself, man, it may just be a bit too intense. I
yep.
don't know until I play it. You know, it's hard to judge. But
Yeah, and
Capture the
as
Flag
far
was
as
one of my
like
favourite
understanding the
multiplayer
game
modes,
mode
so
itself, watching videos, yeah, you understand it, but you're not really gonna understand the game mode. It's just
it looks pretty
it's
intense.
basically a capture the flag. It looks like it's a team against team benefits type thing. So we can see how that works out potentially. But it's by the looks of it, it actually looks like it's just a capture the flag. To my
The good
knowledge,
thing about these game modes, though, is some people don't have like 2 and 3 hours to play a long game of zombies.
so this is a
And
quick pick
say
'em up
someone
game.
says, you know, I've got 30 minutes to burn, but a lot of people out there, especially someone like me, I mean, my favourite type of game to play is zombies. I would rather really play zombies than almost anything else. I'll play GTA and stuff, but it's mostly zombies. If I've got 30 minutes to burn and I really want to play zombies, there's nothing stopping like a few people just jumping on that and playing that. You know, for 30 minutes you could get like, if it's like a 10-minute game, that's like, you know, you could easily cram in 3 games, sometimes just a couple of games of it. And it's perfect for things like that. Gun game's perfect for that as well. I've been on
Exactly, quick pick 'em
Skype a
up
few
games
times
that you could still
and
have
someone's
fun.
said to me, you got 30 minutes free, let's have a game of gun game on Zaber's Farm. And you think, yeah, why not? Actually, that sounds pretty good. So, I mean, I appreciate the fact that they're putting modes like this in as well.
Making
It's,
it basically a quick pick 'em up game for somebody that wants to have fun and
yeah,
still enjoy the zombies experience,
zombie experience,
which is
exactly.
very awesome because they're bringing back there's people out there that love multiplayer, and if you love multiplayer and you love like capture the flag, yeah, that's a big mode,
Yeah,
and
to people that
people would love
game
this.
modes,
This
you
would
know,
be
that's
excellent game mode for you to pick them up and go on the go. Speaking of game modes, we're gonna also show you a little bit of another game mode called Chaos Mode. I know a little bit about it. It's actually Chaos Mode breaks down to very simply. It's like you do a certain amount of kills and you build up a multiplier, and the more and more your multiplier goes up, you actually get perks, and if it drops below the time limit, or say you're at 27, you drop down to 24, whatever perk you gain at that higher level, you lose. Now the exact time you get each perk is predetermined. I think Jug is actually one of the last ones you get, and you pick up tags which help your multiplier. I keep saying multiplayer. What do you think of this new mode here? This actually looks really quick, fast-paced game mode. Basically, try to get every.
The easiest way to describe what the game mode is, I think even the guys from UGX would agree, is probably just saying it's a first-person version of Dead Ops Arcade. Because that's all it pretty much is. It's like, but I don't mean that in a bad way, because I'm one of the people out there who did really enjoy playing Dead Ops Arcade.
Oh yeah, that was a great game mode.
But that's all it looks like. It looks like a first-person version. You can get like, okay, there's features that are slightly different, but it was all just points based, you know, rather than round based.
Exactly.
Points based, and you know, you would get multipliers, perk drops, bonuses, weapon drops. You know, I can see they've thrown in a mix of some of the multiplayer stuff, like kill confirmed, you know, with the dog tags. But yeah, I mean, to me, it just looks like a first-person version of Dead Ops Arcade.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't progress through levels on it, but pretty much it's like try and get as high score as you can as possible.
Yeah.
I understand Dead Ops Arcade was still round-based, but I think that's the idea that sums it up. It's like fast-paced arcade game mode, proper arcade, old school arcade game mode.
Exactly.
Looks a lot of fun. Do you know what it's actually? It's perfect, obviously, for people who play solo.
Oh
Because
yeah, it'd be
it
definitely a
basically
challenge.
gives, well, it's more just the fact that a lot of people are on World at War and their friends aren't on at the same time.
And this would be a quick
It's
pick 'em
not
up
like
game.
console zombies where you can just put it on straight away and meet up with 4 people and play. It's like it's not really like that, and this is ideal for people that put it on and there's no one on and they go, well, I might as well go and try and see if I can get a high score.
Yeah, exactly.
Incentives to play UGX mod as well, because they have things where you can unlock new features and new game modes by doing certain tasks.
Exactly.
So you have incentive to play it. I mean, I really I think I think a lot more people will turn to
Oh, what's cool about it is that
UGX looking
if I'm
for
not
teammates
mistaken, they're also
because of
trying
it.
to. They're actually going to try to create their own little statistic board too, to show your stats
Yeah.
and everything that you do within each of these game modes. And like I said, they're implementing some really cool game modes here. Like I said, they also got some other ones called Sharpshooter, which is basically what it sounds like. It just goes through certain weapons every so often through zombies. They also got modes like Classic Arcade and also Bounty Hunter. We have not enough details on any of these modes quite yet, but they do sound like they're going to be fun. And
Well, arcade mode and
arcade mode, of course, is
stuff. They've all been in UGX mode.
yeah, exactly. Arcade mode is
really.
basic.
Yeah. Well,
So,
no, arcade mode is more. It's like there's more power up drops and stuff in it, and bonuses.
oh
It's
yeah, I forgot
basically
about
more
that.
like
Yeah,
arcade
I didn't really
and
play
down
arcade mode much. It just
arcade survival.
didn't really
Oh no,
intrigue.
whenever I put on a map, I normally just prefer to play
Classic
straight out
because
survival.
I like to
Yeah.
play classic the way zombies are supposed to be played.
Yeah,
And
I
discover
think
what
most
these
people do.
mappers actually bring, what kind of maps they bring. I like to see the graphics that they texture packs, all that they like to bring in, what Easter egg they have. That's what I like about it. And playing arcade mode is sort of dwindle the experience that I like from classic zombies. Another thing that I've seen in the loading screen that I mentioned was mutators. That is another great thing that I think would make a really good, fun slash challenging slash I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty much they're just like mods that you can activate to change the in-game experience. Like the birthday party one was when you shoot an alien, it explodes into
Exactly.
confetti. It looks quite amazing actually. To be honest, it's something.
It'd make it pretty freaking
Yeah.
hilarious. You'd be like, "Oh, I shot his
Yeah.
head," and then sparkles come out, and you
And I
actually hear
noticed
kids cheering. They're like, "Yay!"
Peekaboo is it's like invisible zombies.
This one
they
looks
only
like
show up.
it's gonna be fun to me. Just cause the sheer fact how it works with Peekaboo is you'll be playing and you don't see zombies until they're right in your face, which
Yeah,
is
or if
just
you actually manage to make contact with them, if you hit them.
exactly. And it would make it so challenging, especially when you're on, like, say, round 100, right? And you're running, and you're like, where the hell is my train? And then all of a sudden it's just right in your face, and it makes so much comedy factor playing
Yeah.
with your friends, It'd be a quick pick-em-up game, and it would be
It's
a really
good. I
good...
mean, it's interesting to be able to modify the game in that way. I mean, I've seen a few of them, and I can get an idea of what they probably are, but I wouldn't like to say in case I was right and then it spoiled the surprise. But I like the idea of it. It's a feature that's been available in other games in the past where you could modify certain things in game. So I mean, it's nice. It's nice to see some custom features that. Yeah, I mean, even it's just for the sake of if you're about to start a game and you say, yeah, let's put that on just for a laugh or for the sake of it. It'd be pretty fun. So I mean, I
Exactly.
like that. They've really went in depth with the customization
And like I said,
of the game.
it's just awesome, and it just like I said, just this is actually my most anticipated mutator that I think would be hilarious. And the thing is, you can have multiple of these on at once, which would make it hilarious because then you could be playing with this one, Peekaboo, and then you have birthday party on, and then all of a sudden it's like,
And yeah, you can add more than one of them. You can
Yeah.
apply more than one at a time.
yeah,
You
exactly.
know, I mean,
And that
I'm
would
really
make it hilarious
interested.
because you could be playing with invisible zombies when you shoot their head off, you all of a sudden you see
Yeah, you
confetti
see
and
the
kids
confetti
cheering, and
stuff, yeah.
it's like it makes the comedy
just
factor
crazy.
so much
And
better.
that's good. I mean, it's good, just good to add features like that, just so that you can
Exactly.
get away from the norm from zombies as well. You know, the same
Exactly.
repetitive thing
It,
every
it
night.
exactly. I'd make it a changing thing. Like you can spread this out over a course of time and grasp in the full flavor of what this UGX mod 1.1 standalone has to offer. Now, also like I mentioned in the beginning, they also have it to where you can set certain class of weapons per game that you can only use. Like you can do a shotguns only,
Yeah,
snipers
yeah,
only. You can do all that within this mod UGX version 1.1 standalone. Now, what I'm most anticipating is what the new perk machines that they are bringing into the custom scene. And one of them, I'm going to start with the least up until the biggest one. I think there's two that I'm really going to discuss that I think are pretty cool. We got a new perk which is been available like through mods and on Black Ops 1 and everything, but it's actually a perk now. It is called Caring is Sharing. I thought we would discuss about that one a little bit and give you a little background on what it means and how the perk actually works out. And Sharing Caring is basically a perk to where you can give your weapon, like say you shoot like half a clip of a certain gun, right, and like your teammate just died out and he's coming back from a round or something like that, and you want to just give him your gun. What you would do is you would crouch and push X, drop the weapon. Your teammate would be able to then come and pick up the weapon and use that exact same weapon. It would be really good for handy teamwork. What do you think about this new perk called Sharing is Curing Their Death? I think
yeah,
I think it would be a brilliant perk to have, but honestly, in like a long length game, I don't think it'd be an ideal perk to have in your lineup.
yeah. Well, that was pretty much. I was just about to say it. If it was a perk limit on a map of 4 perks, I don't think I would buy it. But most custom maps or most custom mappers don't normally put perk limits on their map. So yeah, I suppose it is a good enough. I mean, it's a nice feature. It's a feature that would possibly, you know, if there was a perk limit on maps on an official Treyarch game, you know, it probably wouldn't get bought because most people aren't very sharing, you know, especially
Exactly.
online.
They're more of a
But
troll. But in
yeah,
custom scene, you don't really get many trolls as compared to. That's what's cool about
well,
the
I
custom
don't think
scene.
you really get any at all, to be
It's
honest.
more. These are the
People
more
that,
true
and
players that
I mean,
like
you do,
zombies.
but it's not really people in game, more just people within the actual community
Okay,
themselves.
it's just like this. Me saying, "Hey, Death, I'm just gonna like get this nuke because I'm just want to be a complete uh
Yeah.
confoom and just
I
ruin
mean,
the
I
game."
do like the idea of it. It's
It'd be
I mean,
hilarious
put
just
it
to
this way.
pick up a FAL and be like, "Hey, Death, you want this FAL? It's got one bullet left in it."
Yeah, put it this way. With maps that don't have a perk limit on it, yeah, I'd be more than happy to have the perk for
Yeah.
sure.
Now,
It's like I mean, it's not obviously the greatest perk, but it's a good enough perk. It's not a
now,
bad perk.
now, the most brilliant perk machine yet that I think is really awesome that they're trying to replicate from is Black Ops 2 and the map Origins, where they had the different types of staffs, the elemental staffs, fire, wind, ice, and lightning. Correct. Well, they're
Yes.
actually combining that into a perk machine called Elemental Machine. Uh, it's really cool. I think it's a great implication. It's basically being considered as a second pack-a-punch machine. So not only can you pack-a-punch a weapon, you can take it over to this elemental machine, insert it, and get a random elemental effect to your pack-a-punch weapon, which would be really cool for visual effects, and also it could be a really good factor in high rounds.
Yeah. What's pretty funny about that is they seem to have um mentioned this machine,
Or
or at
Mr.
least from
Elemental is
what I
what it's
could
called,
see,
guys.
they mentioned the elemental machine before Origins actually dropped. So I think they may
Exactly.
have been working on it before they knew about Origins. I'm not sure about that one, but the actual machine itself looks amazing, and the elemental effects are brilliant. I think it's a great addition, especially people coming off the back of Origins who actually like the staffs, which not sure if there's actually many people out there who actually did, but for those who did, it's great. I mean, I think it's brilliant. The custom scene. It's good to see the custom scene having things like a secondary pack punch machine. You know that does, I mean,
Exactly.
I did take note that the Blundergat that that they've made for the mod, which looks amazing. You know, that can only be upgraded to the sweeper through Pack-a-Punch, but if you want to turn it into the acid gat, you would put it into the elemental machine.
Exactly.
And I think that's a nice touch that they did.
I think it's a great
acid gat kit in, because it's a nice touch to know.
I think it was originally like you see you're shooting just fire out of your weapon, which is just amazing.
Yeah, it's brilliant to have, you know.
Not only do you get
Galil and Pack-a-Punch or Galil, and which is one of my favorite guns in the game,
and have a fire effect to it, you know,
and have a fire or an ice effect on it. Just
that'd be awesome.
Such a great idea. It's definitely the mod having features like the elemental machine in it specifically. That machine is the type of thing that will draw people back to play it because they want to see all the different elements. Most custom maps, people can go on and play maybe just a few times and then maybe never go back to it. But that's the type of thing that would make people want to come back and, you know, see these different effects. And then you may even see mappers maybe
use it as an Easter egg
into Easter egg stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's a great application perk machine. I think
it's better than having like a secondary Pack-a-Punch, you know, or allowing you to upgrade weapons twice. You know, having a total separate machine. You couldn't have picked anything better either than the elements.
Yeah, that's definitely great.
It's absolutely perfect. They did. Yeah, I think that one's going to be.
And they're going all out with this mod, which is really cool about it because the reason they're spending so much time to make sure this is perfect. And like I said before, I'm going to mention again, make sure you check out their website and please donate to these guys because they are doing this all for free. And that's just what is stunning, is that they don't have to be doing this, but no, they're trying to feed the souls of the hungry zombie people and make them intrigued to keep wanting to play what they loved, which is zombies.